Hey guys, Gabriel here again, and today I want to share with you this one thing that I did to my business that made me 10 times more money without putting more effort or even the hours. And it's not Facebook ads, not sales funnel, content marketing, or any of that complicated stuff. It's really so simple and easy to do that I'm surprised I don't see enough businesses doing it. And I actually paid more than $30,000 to attend a mastermind in order to really understand this concept. So I really appreciate the early thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. Every week I post videos on how I build multiple 7 to 8 figure businesses, what I'm currently investing in for passive income, and productivity hacks to do more with less because I'm just simply very lazy. And if you're into any of that stuff, do consider subscribing to my channel. So let's get back to the video, and here's what I did to my business. I simply charge more money for my products and services, in fact 10 times more. It's as simple as that. Now I know what some of you are thinking, that's common sense, but the problem is that common sense is not normally common practice. So many businesses are trying to charge cheaper because that's always their way to attract more customers, and they think that if they were to increase their price of their products and services, they're going to lose their customers. And they do that because they don't understand how to charge more. There's actually a strategy on how to do it. So if you understand how to do this, you can charge more money and still have a ton of customers flocking to you and can't wait to pay you money. So I'm going to break this video down into two parts. The first part is I'm going to share with you why you need to start charging more money for your product and services. And then the second part, I will share with you how do you charge more money and yet still have a ton of customers that will flock to you and even have a wait list of people who can't wait to pay you money. So let's start with the first one. Why should you charge more money? So here's a very quick story. I used to charge $500 to $1,000 per month for my marketing agency. I'm laughing because I can't believe that was how much I charged in the past. And back then, the type of customers I get, were from that level of customers. Now, I wouldn't say it's all bad, right? That there's always good and bad customers, but there's a higher percentage of overly demanding clients. They want cheap, and yet they demand a lot of stuff from me. So even though I was only charging like $500 to $1,000 to run ads for them, they will usually bargain with me. Can I run their social media for them? Can I do content for them? Can I do SEO for them? And they just want everything, but they want to pay a very cheap price. And I see a higher percentage of people like that when I was serving clients from $500 to $1,000 a month level. And they never seem to be happy with whatever results we have achieved for them. There's always something for them to nitpick on. They will even call me at midnight on Sundays, on family days, and they usually want things to go their way, even though it's not the best for them, and they wouldn't listen to what we recommend as a marketer. I mean, they hire us as an expert, but they were not listening to us. And all this was the frustration that we were facing. And we were doing pretty well in revenue, but honestly, I felt miserable. I felt miserable serving clients like that, who doesn't respect my art, doesn't respect what we do, and who constantly negotiate and constantly try to bargain with us for a discount. And so even though we were doing well in revenue, I was honestly miserable. And one day I just told myself, screw this. I'm no longer going to take in clients anymore at this kind of price. So I canceled some of my clients, and I even refunded some of them back. And I said, what? This is the last month, that you paid us. Whatever we've done for you will be for free. I'll refund you back. And so I made a conscious decision to stop taking in clients at that level, and I want to take in a higher level of clients. And when I did this, when I decided to do this, I still have some sales call that was lined up. And I thought, since I already have this sales call lined up, I don't want to make the old offer again. So I'm going to go and I'm going to jump on this call, and I'm going to make a new offer to them. And I remember jumping on this call with a Malaysian businessman through Zoom. It was a referral from a friend. So this was when I decided to up my price. And at the end of the call, I thought to myself, I have nothing to lose. So I made an offer of $100,000 for a 1-year agreement. And this was pretty much the largest sum I have made back in the day. And pretty much it was the same thing, right? I didn't increase anything. It was the same services. And what this guy said shocked me. He simply said, okay, let's do it. It was in Mandarin. And I was honestly dumbfounded because I couldn't believe it. Just one Zoom call. You have to understand the comparison. When I was selling my services at $500 to $1,000 a month, I had to meet prospects face to face. I had to follow up with them a few times. And they would even try to lowball me and ask me for discount even though it was already very cheap. But this guy just agreed to a $100,000 offer in one Zoom call without even face to face and without even asking me for any discount. So I decided to hold my celebration and excitement and told my team, sometimes clients will just say, maybe for ego or whatever, they will say yes, but then they will back out. So let's wait till he wired the money, then we celebrate. And guess what? Within the day, he wired us the first payment, which is $10,000 for us to start our work. just like that. And this was crazy because this opened me up to a whole new world of a kind of clients that I could serve. Now, it might be a coincidence, but that was when I decided to start charging $10,000 per month and even higher today. And since then, our agency has taken in more clients that we can handle, and we now even have a wait list of people who wants to work with us. We were also able to do profit share with some of the clients who are paying us retainer and paying us a profit share that amounts to 3 to 4 times more than the regular clients that we are serving, which is $10,000 a month. So what's the point of the story, Gabriel? There is a market for all sorts of prices. There are people who are willing to pay $100, and there are also people who are willing to pay $10,000 for a similar offer. But the type of people that you attract are drastically different. People who are willing to pay higher price are usually better quality people. They don't ask for discount, they respect boundaries, and they respect our work. And these were the kind of clients that we are working with right now. We were charging more money, but we have clients that they respect us, they listen to our advice, they don't negotiate, they don't ask for discount, and they just simply respect what we do and what we can do for them. And they wire the money like that without asking for anything. Recently, I saw this marketing meme going around, and it's just so true. When this meme was talking about how a $500 client, he had to say one long sentences before he transferred the money, and a $50,000 client will just transfer you the money right away. And so this is very true in my own experience. So not only did I make more money, I was honestly happier, and obviously more profitable because I was charging more money. And this is also why you need to charge more money. I'll give you another example here. If your goal is to hit $1 million, marketing plan A is to sell a $100 product to 10,000 people. Or plan B is to sell a $10,000 product to 100 people. So which would you choose? And there's recently a lot of my students are coming to me and saying, Gabriel, you know what? I want to start creating a front-end product, this $47 product and then upsell to $97 and, all that low-ticket item. And I was just saying to them, why do you want to do that? And they say, oh no, because, we are charging people $1,800 for our one-on-one consulting. And, we don't have enough time because one-on-one consulting is very tiring and all that. And I said, your problem is not time. Your problem is that you're undercharging. If you could charge your 10 clients now instead of $1,800, but if you can charge them $10,000, almost the same services, and you can charge 10 times more amount of money, would you have went to start that low ticket product, creation and all that? And most of the time they would tell me, no, it's not just about serving the number of clients, it's also how much are you charging? So plan A and plan B both get you $1 million, but plan B would be way more profitable because the cost of managing 100 customers versus the cost of managing 10,000 customers is a big difference. And even though it's the same $1 million goal, you are probably happier and more profitable serving the 100 high-end customers who is easier to serve than 10,000 lower-end customers who are usually not as easy to please. And so when you are more profitable, it's not just about the money and the profits. Another reason is so that when you charge more money and you have more profit, you now can invest more resources in building up a team, a system, increasing your capabilities so that you can serve your customer better. And because of that, now we have a team. We have a production team, we have a team of copywriters, we have a team of people who does emails. Basically, we have capabilities now to serve our customers better and take them. We used to be able to take them from $100,000 to $1 million a year, and now we are taking some of our clients from $1 million all the way to $10 million. The reason why we are able to do this is because we have the margins to invest in ourselves. So this comes the next question. Usually when I share this, charging more money, people will then tell me, but I don't have the confidence to charge more. I don't have the portfolio. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have any of that resources. And I'm just going to tell you that none of that really matters. That $100,000 deal that I pitched, I didn't have a solid portfolio yet. I was just starting out in the digital marketing agency space. And I was simply choosing the right market that I want to be in. So choosing the right market is the first thing. But the second thing is being able to create an irresistible offer. So instead of saying you can't do this, you cannot do that, ask yourself a better question. How can I charge more money and still get a ton of customers who want to work with me? See, if you ask yourself a better question, then it will lead you to a better answer. See, most things that look impossible are actually not impossible. It's just that you don't have the right strategy to do so. So the next part here is, how do we charge more money and still have a ton of customers who can't wait to pay you money? The most important strategy here is to learn how to create an irresistible offer. An offer that your customer cannot refuse and feel stupid for even saying no. And when you can do that, you can now charge 10 times more money for almost the same service. Now, same service doesn't mean that you have lesser value. You can increase the value, which I'm going to talk about, yet you still have a ton of customers that will flock to you and can't wait to pay you money. So what is an irresistible offer? It is the most important thing in your business. If you can create an irresistible offer, it doesn't really matter where you run your ads, how your funnel looks like. You're going to get more customers than you can ever handle and make way more money, even if you suck at sales. I think so many business owners are so caught up with like the latest ad strategy, the YouTube ads and the Facebook ads and the latest funnel tweaks and all that stuff. But what they really need to focus on, the 20%, the 80-20 rule, that 20% that gets the 80% results is really just the offer. Let me give you an example. Let's say today, I have the latest iPhone Pro Max, okay? Depending on when you're watching this video, so it could be iPhone 12 or 13 or whatever when you watch this video. Now, the value of the latest iPhone Pro Max is usually around $2,000. Now, if I can offer you a brand new iPhone Pro Max at only $1,000, and let's assume, now I know, okay? Let's assume it's not a scam, okay? No strings attached, and you only pay when you get to see it and you get to touch it. Okay, so it's basically cash on delivery. Okay, so there's no scams, right? How many of you here watching this right now would grab the iPhone at $1,000? The value is $2,000. How many of you would grab it without a second thought? Put it in the comment section. Would you have buy the phone even if you are an Android user? And that's what I will assume. Even if you don't use iPhone, you might still buy it because you can probably sell it at a higher price. So here's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter if I'm running ads on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I can probably create the lousiest, ugliest looking ad. And this ad will still bring me a highly positive return because the offer is irresistible. An iPhone Pro Max value at $2,000 at $1,000. So that's the reason why an offer is so important. So let's talk about how do you create an irresistible offer then. Number one is understanding this thing called price and value. I think Warren Buffett said that price is what you pay, value is what you get. So it's important that we understand the difference between these two. Now, in the example that I've just given you on the iPhone, now why would you buy the iPhone without a second thought? Because the value of the phone is $2,000 and the price is $1,000, which is 50% off, it appears cheap. Now, even though a $1,000 phone is still pretty expensive, if you look at, back in the day, we don't have a $1,000 phone, right? We have phones that are a few $100s, but now it's so expensive. But because the value is $2,000, it appears cheap. So what you gotta do now is to stop competing on price and compete on value instead. And that's what Apple is so good at. Apple sells the most expensive smartphone, and yet they are the most valuable company in the world. So that's something that we can learn from this. When you stop competing on price and compete on value, it will help you to appear cheaper without reducing your price. So let me just share with you. There's two ways to appear cheap. Now, the first way is to reduce your price, right? That's something that everyone knows, right? I want to reduce my price so that I'm more attractive so I can attract more customers. And that's a race to the bottom. The second way is to increase value. Now, if you think about it, the first way, which is to lower your price, is actually very dumb. If you try to sell cheaper to get a competitive advantage, not only you have a thinner margin, there will always be someone who can sell it cheaper than you. And unless you are a multi-billion-dollar company that has, economy of scale and you can produce your product and services, at mass scale at the lowest price, there will always be another company that will be willing to sell cheaper. And so you can't become the cheapest, and therefore you don't have any competitive advantage if you cannot be the cheapest. And yet you have the lowest margin because you're always racing to the bottom. Dan Kennedy said that there's no benefit in being the second cheapest, but there is benefit for being the most expensive. So the second way is to increase value. If you can know how to increase value of your offer, you not only don't have to decrease your price, you get more customers, but you can also increase your price because your value is always higher than the price that people are paying to get your product and services. So find ways to increase the value of the offer. Here's an example. When I was first offering my agency services, we were just a media buying company, which means that people basically pay us to run ads for them. And that's a service that is commoditized. That means anybody can do that, right? It's something that every agency can do. And so if I want to get more customers, I probably have to compete on price. I have to charge cheaper so that my customers come to me instead of my competitors. But what we decided to do was to break down the other pain points that our customers have, right? Because our customers want to run ads, but they have other pains when it comes to running ads. And then creating a solution for each of the pain point and bundle them together. So let me give you an example. We realized that our clients who are coming to us, they don't just usually have an issue with running ads. right? Ads is what you run on Facebook and YouTube. A lot of times, the problem is not with the ads. The problem is that they are not creating enough ad creatives, such as images and videos. And they may not even have a highly optimized sales funnel conversion, which means they're not getting the best stretch of their dollar when they spend every dollar on their ads. They're not stretching their dollar because their sales funnel is not converting, or their website is not converting. The next one is that their offer is not converting because it's not a no-brainer enough, and so they are leaving money on the table because people are not saying yes enough. The conversion rate is not high enough. And lastly, we may generate leads for them, but we also realize that some of our clients, they can't close, and they will call the leads low quality leads because of their lousy sales process. So they don't have a sales process that can close cold leads, and so they usually blame the marketer that the leads are low quality. And so these are the few issues that we spotted, and we thought, why not we create a solution for each of them and we bundle it together. So here's a few examples of the things that we bundled together so that people are not just paying us to run ads. When they engage our agency, we include a few things. Number one is that we do a whole video script. We script out their video, and including video production. So we basically create their ads and their video for them. Number two, because they don't usually have a good optimized sales funnel, we build and design a personalized online sales funnel just for them. Number three, we plan out and tweak their offers so their offer becomes an irresistible offer, therefore increasing their conversion. Number four, because most agency only runs ads on one platform, such as Facebook, we have created a system where we run ads on multi-platform, which is Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and different platforms to help them to get the lowest cost per acquisition for their customers. And number five, we even give them sales scripts and help them to tweak their sales process so they can convert their leads that we are going to generate for them into more sales. So if you think about it, now we're no longer just running ads. We have a bunch of values that we stack together, and our clients find it very hard to replace us because of the value we are providing. And if you're thinking, okay, if I'm charging this amount of money and I'm charging 10 times more, there's a lot of work that I need to do. If you think about it, many of the stuff here can be done effortlessly. See, because we were able to charge 10 times more, we have the margin to now hire and even outsource the video production and sales funnel, which means we can get someone else to do it. We don't have to do it ourselves. And some things like sales scripts, okay, are just simply templates and they are digital assets. It doesn't cost us anything to give it to our clients. In fact, we can create a video to kind of show our clients how to use this script. And then every time a client sign on with us, we can just send them the video. So it literally doesn't cost us anything, but the perceived value of these solutions that we are stacking on is a lot higher to our customer. So I know I'm talking about marketing agency right now, but you can apply this same concept into any business. Simply think of a stack of product or services, which is your solution, that you can bundle together with your main offer, all right, to increase the value of your entire offer. Here are some examples. Instead of selling maybe a personal fitness training, which you usually will compete with other, trainers with price and hour, right, based on the price per hour, you can basically stack a few things. Number one, you can stack your personal training. Maybe it's like a 90-day training. So you can stack it with personal training with a 90 days tailored supplements to help your clients see results 2 times faster. And the thing is, nowadays you can white label supplements, which means you can find supplements in US with good credibility, and order on demand, which means that you can order when there's a demand. Okay, you don't have to stock up any supplements. You can order in demand and you can still make a margin from this. Number two, you can bundle a customized daily delicious meal plan that only takes 5 minutes to prepare. And what you can do to systemize this is you can create maybe an Excel sheet. I've seen my friends done it before. They create an Excel sheet with all the things to enter, like the calories and macronutrients and all that kind of stuff. And then it will recommend a set of food that they have input in there. Right, so this template is something that you spend one time creating. It might take you quite a bit of time to do it, but after you create it, it becomes an asset that you can reuse again and again. And you can just enter the things in there, and this will just instantly create delicious meal plans for your customers. Number three, you can create a cheat sheet of favorite food they like to eat outside that is still delicious without restricting too much of their diet. And again, you can create an Excel sheet for this, right? Inputting all the restaurants and all the things, all the one-time research that you have done into the sheet. And then you can reuse this sheet again and again. Number four, another example could be including home workout equipment sent to them so they can work out at home instead of going to the gym. So this helps your clients to still stay fit even if they don't go to the gym, or maybe because of the recent lockdown, they can't go to the gym. And again, home workout equipment, you can basically find some equipment online okay, that you can slap white label equipment that you can slap your brand on it and you can still make a margin from it. So by doing this, you're not just another personal trainer that is just training by the hour. You're providing a stack of bundle, right? A stack of bundle of value. And this way you can actually charge more money for pretty much the same services without including more effort, because most of the things can be systemized and it can be done effortlessly. Another example will be if you are a property consultant or financial consultant, which I have a lot of my clients who are in this area. Here are some examples of what my clients are offering. So instead of just offering their consultation, which is like what everybody is offering, they usually bundle it with, number one, some kind of financial risk assessment. Again, is usually an Excel template that they have already created, which allows them to enter key financial information of their clients, and they will calculate some risk appetite and amount to invest. And then you'll create a PDF document for them. Number two, a budget and retirement calculator. So again, another Excel template. Honestly, there's a lot of my clients who use Excel template as a bundle to their offer. And this is an Excel template where they enter clients' expenses and calculate how much they need for retirement and then how to get there. And then number three, they can be like property or stock identifier, where you can identify undervalued properties and undervalued stocks or funds to invest in. So these are all examples. I can go on, but the key lesson here is that you need to find out the other pain points of your customers and then create a solution for each of the pain point. Okay. The best is that if each of these solution doesn't require a lot of your time, it's one-time work, like creating an Excel sheet, creating a template, outsourcing your video production to someone else. And all this doesn't require you to spend a lot more effort, but because you can stack them into a bundle, it will drastically increase the value of your offer, and therefore you are able to charge higher price and you still have people who want you because of the value they can provide. And here's the other thing, when you increase your value, and even if you don't want to increase your price, your customer will still choose you over your competitors simply because you can offer more value for the same price. So to summarize, how do you make more money without putting more effort in your business? Number one, charge more money. You'll not only attract better customers, but you have more resources to develop better systems, teams, and products to better serve your customers. Number two, to charge more money, you need to compete on value and not the price. And number three, list down all the pain points of your customers and bundle multiple solutions to increase the value of your offer. And that's how you create an irresistible offer. When you do this, you can raise price and people will still want to work with you because of the value that you can bring. So let me know what's your biggest takeaway from this video, and if you agree or disagree, and you can ask me any questions in the comment section below. This strategy is literally the strategy that made us our first $1 million when I reset my entire career and started a marketing agency. So if you apply this in your business, I highly believe you can make way more money and you'll be happy at the same time. Also, you can list down the offer bundle that I've just mentioned in the comment section below, and I'll be selectively choosing some to give my feedback. Appreciate the thumbs up for this video and consider subscribing if you've gained value from this. So that's all I have for you today. Bye for now.